Headlines: protest action is already underway as students call for a national, for all institutions of higher learning from today. The shutdown was called for by student body Sasco. This is part of their ongoing protest over the financial exclusion of students. The South African Union of Students has also warned of a national shutdown after Higher Education Minister Blade Nzimande failed to respond to their memorandum deadline. Wits University says it will open today despite calls for the national shutdown. Meanwhile, Wits University's university students have said that they will continue with this protest action. Well, let's get a crossing now in from Hasina Gori, who is actually right here outside the SABC, just to find out what is going on, because it looks like the protests have already started and they are sort of spreading around Johannesburg, but that's Johannesburg and this is a nationwide threat. Hasina, talk to us about what's going on.
Good morning, Leanne. Yes, quite a toasty start to this Monday morning here just outside the public broadcasters headquarters on Artillery Road. We saw sporadic fires being set up. Not really students gathering, they've just blockaded the road. From what I understand, speaking to students, this is a small group from the University of Johannesburg. This is one of the campuses that has called for a national shutdown and has joined the shutdown as well. So we saw them blockading this main road. The traffic right now, we've seen a lot of cars being turned away because of this, as well as one of the side roads, which is outside one of the entrances of the campus on Bunting Road as well. We saw similar scenes. But we know from the students themselves, the SRC as well as activists have began gathering on Empire Road, where they're hoping to take their action to the streets later this morning. So from right now, what we know is just this scene has broken out here. There aren't any students protesting. They've just blockaded the road and put out tyres and rocks just to disrupt traffic right now. This is just one of the campuses we know in the area that are taking to the streets. We know that Wits University students as well as activists have vowed to continue their protests, which began last week, which saw one person being killed by police as well last week. So this is just what we have a sense of right now.
All right, Hasina, thanks very much for the start of what I think is going to be a very, very busy day, according through threats from the students around the country. So we'll check in with Hasina a bit later in our next news bulletin.